Hello, we're at ISE and I'm with Rich. You're speaking at quite a few tracks and sessions here at ISE. You're at the Smart Spaces, you're at AI, you're on the live stage as well. Talk to me a little bit about the connective thread between all these sessions.
Look, the connected thread is that the threat and the opportunity for every industry at the moment is the same. And I don't like being as narrow as to say AI. I think recursive, disruptive technology, these weapons of mass construction that are out there changing the way that we work. Whether I'm speaking to a bank, a staging company, an AV firm, or an executive, we're all dealing with the same problem. It's just coming in different flavors. So the red thread at the moment is relatively easy. It is how do we make sure that it's more constructive than destructive? Because it can choose to go either way depending on our attitudes towards it.
Yeah, one of the things that you talk about quite a lot in general is just the future is threatening and we need to threaten it back. Expand that and unpack that for me a little bit.
Yeah, we do a lot of consulting, a lot of work with large corporations, and every single one of them is trying to play defense. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to stop the march of progress happening. In a lot of industries, they're calling certain things unfair, they're arguing against it, and they're trying to preserve the status quo as long as possible. This is them being threatened by the future. In technology, there's called the red and the blue team. And the red team are the hackers who try to get in, and the blue team are the ones who try to keep them out. The red team always wins. The people that are actually trying to be the threat to the future are the ones who will win. Right? It might seem crazy at the beginning. It might even seem like they're wrong at the beginning, but ultimately they'll get there. The ones who are trying to threaten to defend against the future are the ones who will always lose and have always lost. We never win when we play on defense. So the only viable strategy for the world at the moment, for the world's leaders, is to go out there and to play on the offense, to challenge their own business models, to challenge the status quo of their own industries, and to try and lead the change instead of being led by it.
Yeah, and two ideas that you kind of preach a little bit are disruption and making mischief, right? How does technology fit into accomplishing these two aims?
Well, I mean, I guess technology is the mischief itself, right? It's the creative, playful disruption that is happening in the world today. It is our attitudes towards those things, though, that'll be the real difference maker. Technology is constantly able of changing things and disrupting things in very, very meaningful ways. It is our attitude towards it that is stopping that from happening. And so this is what I think. We need to be playful with these ideas. We need to be playful with our own businesses, with our own business models. My 28-year-old presentation strategy company is completely under threat. Now, I can either choose to be upset about this and to try and tell everybody that we should stay where we were, or I can lead the charge in making my own industry wake up. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to be playful and mischievous. And I think it's a good word.
In the tech world, do you see that shift from blue team to red team? Do you see people making mischief? Where do you think in the industry people are embracing this change and embracing this evolution?
I think in the world, this is quite a broad, this very specifically here, and I've seen a lot of it, and we can chat about it, but in the world today, what people are trying to do is they're trying to solve yesterday's problems using today's technology. That's fantastic. But what they're not doing is to say, what is the matter at hand? Right? We need to be relevant, and relevance is the state of being appropriate to the matter at hand. So we've got to solve new, interesting problems. And I don't think that's what we're doing. I'm sure outside here I'm going to see 100 great new video bars for running better boardroom meetings. But this is a problem that technically has been solved that we're trying to solve. And so I do worry that a lot of people are trying to build a better fax machine in a world in which email exists. I would like to see more embracing what can we do tomorrow with the technology that exists today, as opposed to how can we fix yesterday. And I think there's a little bit of that happening.
Rich, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.